Coming in here with BCW emotes is crazy, by the way. But we're finally live again. The internet seems stable today, so hopefully we'll get through this next hour and a half uh, clean. Hopefully no fucking 10-minute delays like last time. I just scrapped the stream. What's going on, Seth? It's fine. But yeah, Pete Brents is now a three-time TNC World Champion. Uh, he nearly got Owen Spade killed in the process. Um, and we are gonna hear from Pete Brents to kick off the show. So let's hear what the new world champion has to say. Is your wrestler fighting today? We do have an unannounced main event, so possibly.
For a month now since I came back to TNC at Seasons Bleedings, and ever since then I've been bombarded with the same question over and over again. All these people want to know is why. Why would I go ahead and stick my nose in business that doesn't belong to me? Why go after Owen Spade and Zyla Glass at Seasons Bleedings? Why? Unfortunately for you all, the boss only wants to give me limited time to explain what should be so obvious to all of you sheep. But luckily this show runs on the champ's time, so I suggest that you all sit down, shut your mouths, and open those big-ass ears of yours while the three-time champ spews his wisdom. I am the tournament god of this industry, and I will be shown the respect that I deserve. So let's start with Jace Gold, shall we? A talented performer, no doubt. Beat me once before. But talent can only get you so far in this business. Jace Gold is someone I've seen time and time again. He's a dime a dozen. Jace Gold is Pyrite, an errand boy, a follower who tucks his tail between his legs, and he accepts failure. And your biggest failure, Jace, came back to haunt you worse than you could ever know. You wanted to play games, and you chose war games. Does that sound familiar to you at all, Jace? You were the second in command to a terrorist threat on this company, and for that, you will forever be indebted to me because I am the heartbeat of TNC. Nobody else. And you tried to rip the heart out of this place and salvage the corpse for your own gain. And because of your actions, you are not worthy of the success that people claim that you are owed. You are not worthy of that RHW Memorial Championship that sits around your waist. The very company that bears the name of the place you never worked. And that championship bears the name of the event that you tried to rip the heart out of TNC. And Jace Gold, for your sins, I cannot let you hold that title for very long. So let it be known that the target on your back is as big as your title win on Sunday, but your fall will loom just as large. But let's move on, shall we? Let's move on to someone who is a fraudulent, power-hungry, money-hungry, sunken monopolizer who used his former power to ascend to heights he'd never see again. Meanwhile, all he ever did was hold me down, hold me back, until I was free of his shackles, and now I'm doing better than he ever could have. My old pal, the assassin, Aiden Kennedy. Kennedy, you are a snake oil salesman. You pawned yourself off as the second coming of Christ just to take your ball and abandon this business when it needed you most. You left people without jobs. You left people without pay. You left people without food on the table, lights in the home, and in some instances, without clothes on their back, with no backup plan in sight. It's no surprise you ever wanted to leave that ballroom, considering you ran a money laundering operation out of that building, and the whole operation crumbled as soon as RHW started traveling. Oops. Might have spilled your little secret. Oh well. These are sins and crimes that are unatoned for. And for that, Kennedy, the assassin's dream of holding world title gold again, needed to be assassinated once and for all. And then we come to the Black Hole Society, or what remains of the Black Hole Society. Their sole purpose in their reunion was to stop me. Take this title off my back by any means necessary. None of them could do it with this belt on the line in the inaugural world title tournament. Owen and Zyler couldn't get the job done against Cole at Season's Bleedings, but Cole fell on the sword all the same. So they fall back to their only trick in the book they had left. Strength in numbers. And even then, when they think they knew what hand to play, I dropped the wild card on them. And slowly but surely, they dissolve into the rabid dogs that you see today. But I think we need to break this down a little bit more, because I don't think I've been clear enough as to why I did what I did. So let's start with Zyler. That man who so desperately wants my spot because a couple of cunts took his spot in his own company. He couldn't hack it against the boy he nurtured from Hackensack, and now his own creation sees him as a joke, a black eye on this industry. And now he thinks he can waltz into my spot, into my company, and play hero. Zyler, you had your chance to play hero, and you got everybody killed. So what kind of hero does that make you? All I see in front of me is a pretender in a figurative cape trying to get his logo tatted on his neck to be the guy. Well, newsflash, Glass. As long as I live, you will never be the guy in this company because you were never on my level, and you never will be. But someone who thinks is on my level, as arrogant and selfish as he is Owen Spade. The biggest leech this sport has seen since 1997 HBK. The proverbial glue that brought the PHS back together, but all along it was a ploy for his own personal gain that blew up not even a few months later. A leech so full of himself, he cost himself the opportunity to challenge me for this title and got himself replaced by his greatest enemy. Yet, through everything you've been through, Owen, it seems you've learned absolutely nothing. You're still the same Owen Spade from 2023 that thinks just because he's got a few titles around his waist that he can collude to get his hands on another, that he thinks he's the shit and he's invincible. But Owen, if anyone's gonna have to teach you for good what this business is about, look no further than the men behind me. You know them all too well, Owen. Ken and I, while we've had our battles, there's always been a mutual respect between us, especially inside of that ring. And as for Cole, I'm surprised you and Zyler didn't see this coming. Why do you think I was in the golden ticket ladder match? Who do you think helped Cole win that briefcase? Who do you think convinced him to cash in that very night on Zyler Glass? Who did I attack at Season's Bleedings? Does it make sense yet? I was the one who told Cole Crimson a long time ago that he needed to abandon the BHS, and now that he's finally done so, we end up back at square one, right where we should be, with the strap around my waist, but this time with my Karis at my side. But this was just the appetizer. And I think, Owen, you're getting a little too comfortable with that ELW world title around your waist. So I think I'm going to send someone special over there to make sure that you're a little less comfortable, to lighten the load a little bit and take that ELW world title off your shoulders. And as you can probably tell by now, I like to hold grudges, especially against those that have wronged me in the past. So let the TNC2 be a reminder, not just to the people that were a part of it, but to everyone in that locker room, that eventually the sins of the past will come back to haunt you, for I am the Reaper of TNC, and debts are well past due. And a warning to everybody in the back, if they want a shot at this world title, come dance with death, if you dare.
Well, that was a lot. That was a lot to take in. I don't know. That was something. I told you that was gonna be outrageous. Triple H Authority app. I was just in my zone writing that promo. There's always a plan B. Oh, that's funny. I should have used that line, there's always a plan B. That would have been so smart of me. So, after that opening promo, I think we should get to chatting about this opening match that we have here. The new RHW Memorial Champion, Jace Gold, after pulling triple duty. Scenes when the barista joins you. Yeah, I don't need no barista bombs around me right now. Jace Gold competing for the first time outside of the TNC2 as the RHW Memorial Champion on TNC. Of course, winning that belt from Mama Kennedy at Injustice. Going one-on-one with King Zero here in our opening match. As both men set to go. And there's the bell. Both men trying to come out flying, and Jace Gold hitting that tornado DDT off rip. But King Zero able to get a boot up. And now able to connect on that Lionsault. King Zero repeated stomps to the chest of the RHW Memorial Champion. And now off the ropes, coming in with a big kick to the chest again. From the middle rope. King Zero with the cutter. No wasted movements here from King Zero in the early going. Springboard, nobody home on that clothesline. Opening the door for Jace Gold. And Gold trying to bring King Zero back up to his feet. But King Zero able to turn it around again, and now Jace Gold stumbles into the corner. And King Zero double boots to the chest again. But Gold able to get 2 boots up there. And now it's King Zero in the corner. And Gold coming in with speed, landing that elbow. Jace Gold just driving his boots and his knees into the chest, returning the favor. And now brought back up to his feet. King Zero planted on the ropes. But King Zero able to dump Jace Gold over the top. And King Zero up to the top rope now. Jace Gold to his feet on the outside. King Zero, nobody home! And King Zero crashing and burning on the outside. Jace Gold looking to take advantage. And now Gold making his way up to the top rope. But King Zero backing up, forcing Jace Gold to reverse course. And Gold back to the outside. With King Zero up. And Gold just tossing King Zero rib first into the post. And now Jace Gold with a suicide dive. Again taking out King Zero. I don't think I've ever seen that before either. King Zero now arm trapped. With a roll up here on Jace Gold and a kick out at 1. And there's a big forearm. And a big roundhouse kick. May have knocked out Jace Gold. King Zero going for the cover here on Gold. Gets a 2 and a kick out. And now King Zero maybe thinking King Cutter. But no, he can't hit it. Gold able to block the King Cutter. And now Gold, burning hammer. 1, 2, and a kick out. Gold now quickly up to the top rope once again. This time nowhere for King Zero to run to. And Gold not able to connect. And King Zero now off the top rope, could not hit the cutter. Gold from the apron, making his way back into the ring. Gold with the counter. And a big drop kick. But King Zero just eats it and hits a super kick. And now into the cover on Gold to put him away. And another kick out at 2 by Gold. And King Zero thinking Claymore, but no. Gold able to sidestep. Now another counter by King Zero. But Gold quickly up to his feet, but dropped almost instantly with that lariat. And again, this match is going to spill to the outside. Gold able to catch the leg of King Zero. And now Jace Gold on the outside thinking Styles Clash. And just tossing King Zero across the outside. As the count continues, Gold bringing King Zero back up to his feet. And now tossing him back in the ring. Gold, springboard, nobody home on the drop kick. And King Zero bringing him up, straight back down with the rock bottom. And King Zero with those repeated kicks, and now a forearm, and now a clothesline, and a second clothesline. King Zero able to catch the leg of Gold, sweep out the other. And King Zero very much in this match, going for a cover here on Gold. 1, 2, and a kick out. Gold able to catch King Zero with a jawbreaker and went for a tornado DDT, but King Zero able to counter. Now a kick to the gut and a kick to the face. And now King Zero again thinking King Cutter, this time able to connect. Into the cover, 1, 2, kick out again by Gold. Moonsault from the top. And King Zero not wasting any time here. Big knee. And that could do it. 1, 2, 3. And surely that would put King Zero in line for an opportunity at the RHW Memorial Championship. Day ruined? You still haven't seen SJ Ray and Harnage. Your day can't be ruined that quickly. Day saved. A lot of finishers in that match. We had a Burning Hammer, King Cutter, knee strike from King Zero, and it was ultimately that knee strike that put Jace Gold away. You gotta wonder if Jace Gold was gassed after doing triple duty at Injustice and immediately going into an opening match. They were going in. Ladies and gentlemen, I am receiving breaking news from our CEO about the main event, as Kent Killstrom will be returning to TNC action against the Destroyer Seth Ross in a rematch from their BCW encounter. You think King Zero got a tattoo so he wouldn't forget he's Samoan? Maybe.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Beverly Hills, California, Haley Blackwell.
Maybe that's a question for reporter Pete to ask King Zero. Seth's doomed. I mean, he won by countout, right? On BCW. Maybe he has some more countout magic in him. Or maybe he can get Kent disqualified. You know how I do these shows. The result's the result. That match is also a rematch from TNC as well. They had an opener, I want to say it was like in the 20s as far as TNC episodes, and it absolutely banged. So I think the CEO is just excited that we get to see that matchup again inside of a TNC ring. But for now, we have our first women's match of the night. Haley Blackwell and Sarah Lopez, two former contenders for the Women's Championship, trying to find their way back up the mountain. This is their fourth match at least. This Blackwell hoisting up Sarah Lopez and dropping Lopez on the top rope. And Blackwell, springboard drop kick, able to connect. Blackwell just stomping Lopez face first into the mat, and already she's busted open. Blackwell from the top, tightrope walk into another drop kick. Blackwell now into the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out. Already getting a 2 count on Sarah Lopez early on. Blackwell getting speared off and down to the floor by Sarah Lopez. And Lopez using those knees to get to work on the outside. And just tossing Blackwell into the steps. Blackwell back to her feet, now back in the ring. Blackwell able to counter here and land that uppercut. And she's quickly back up to the top rope. And went for the double axe handle, but not able to connect. Lopez able to get out of the way. And Lopez with an elbow in the corner. Just stomping away at Haley Blackwell there. And now back into the corner, and Blackwell going face first off the turnbuckle. And now seated up on top. Sarah Lopez. Hurricane Rana off the top. And now from the apron, Lopez not able to hit the springboard drop kick. Blackwell just a little too far. And Blackwell looking to take advantage with a roll-up, but an immediate kick out by Lopez. And now Lopez sent off the ropes. Lopez able to avoid. Now you see women going counter for counter. Blackwell trying to take advantage here, landing that house call. To the apron and now to the top rope. Sarah Lopez had Blackwell kind of inside out there. Not sure what that was supposed to be, but it looks like Blackwell took the worst of it. And now Blackwell back to her feet. Off the ropes. Lopez ducking under, jumping over. And Lopez with a German suplex. Hanging on for a cover here on Blackwell. Gets a 2 and a kick out. And Lopez right back on the attack. Going after the left hand of Haley Blackwell. And now off the ropes goes Lopez for the double axe handle. And now it's Lopez on the apron. Blackwell to her feet. Can she hit the drop kick this time? No! Blackwell able to avoid. And Blackwell able to hit the Blackwell driver. 1, 2, and a kick out. Blackwell now thinking B2. If she can hit it. And she is able to hit the B2 into the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out just barely by Sarah Lopez. Basically had to roll over to get her shoulder up, but able to hit a clothesline there. And now Lopez, this time, third time's the charm on that springboard drop kick. And now, huge cutter by Lopez. And she goes into the cover on Blackwell. 1, 2, and a kick out. And now Sarah Lopez lights out on Haley Blackwell. Into the cover again. 1, 2, 3. I think Blackwell may have grabbed the ropes, but the ref didn't see it. Ref, we gotta do something about this. We got a retarded ref. Unbelievable. She got Ashley Rain. How many refs have I had to fire? Now I gotta fire another one. None of them can do their job. It's ridiculous. Hey, isn't Ashley Rain retiring with 25? She still has a belt, so interesting. Certainly not going to be the last time we see this matchup anytime soon. After that controversial ending. But I guess congratulations to Sarah Lopez on the victory. Not sure I can say it was earned, but good for you, I guess. Cole has arrived. Cole, you've missed a lot. I told you they were horribly outdated. I have not touched them. I still have Morningstar and Adam Ace in that stable. Yeah, it was you and Kent under the mask at Injustice. And you're my little death spirits.
And their opponents, at a combined weight of 395 pounds, Diego and Tyson Chase, the Assassin.
Pookie set. Death Spirit, Karis in Greek mythology is Death Spirits. So that's why I called them Karis in the promo. But either one works, Karis, Death Spirits. But yeah, we are getting the ultimate rematch from the most batshit insane tag match this company has seen between Jet Set and the Titans. And so far, the Titans have had Jet Set's number. I believe it's what, 2-0 or 3-0? The Titans have over Jet Set. And Jet Set trying to reverse course against the Titans and get themselves another shot at those belts. But already the Titans not playing fair as Braxton got a cheap shot in on Tyrone Chase. But Chase, not to be deterred, but could not hit the moonsault. Cannot wait to see the VOD. Dude, the promo I cut was over 10 minutes long. As Chase into the cover and a kick out of 1. I don't know if I'm ever going to do a promo that long again. As Eli Titan tossed all the way to the floor and Tyrone Chase to the top rope. Eli to his feet. Chase with the crossbody to the outside. And the count beginning. As Tyrone Chase going to work on that leg of Eli Titan. Out to 6 now. As Eli tossed into the post. But he's quickly back up and dropped by Chase. A big elbow to the chest. As they count up to 10, Tyrone Chase up to the top rope again. But Braxton just shoving Tyrone Chase back into the ring. And he's going to eat a drop kick for it. As the count gets up to 15 before Eli finally gets back into the ring and eats a Hurricane Rana for his troubles. And Chase now making the tag to Diego Vega. And Eli back up to his feet here. Laying the lefts and rights to Diego Vega, and now there's a clothesline. And Eli now going for a tag, and in comes Braxton. And Vega set up on the top rope, but Vega able to kick Braxton away and hit that arm drag. Trying to cut off the ring here. If that's his plan, he's done a good job keeping Braxton on this side, but not able to connect there. And Tyrone Chase returning the cheap shot. Setting up Jet Set pretty nicely here early on. And a powerbomb out of the corner from Vega. Vega now sending Braxton back into that corner, and a double team coming from Jet Set. As Tyrone Chase off the top rope gets launched with a shoulder block. And Chase again from the top rope. Not able to connect on the 720. And now Braxton with the Hurricane Rana. Alright. We're just in a different universe today. What did I just see? Now Chase into a cover on Eli and a kick out of 1. Chase with a big elbow to the head. And now a kick to the chest. Rolling over into the torso. And now into a cover, but it's broken up instantly by Braxton. I never denied the Titans. They are Hoopers. They're tag champs for a reason. This is their first match since winning the tag titles here on TNC. as the entire show kind of revolved around the TNC2 for a bit. We can get back to more regularly scheduled shows. Is Chase able to land that super kick? And Eli able to get the tag in to Braxton. And look at the power being showcased by Tyrone Chase. And a land in the Spirit Gun. And into the cover. Where's the referee? Start counting! As Braxton kicks out at 1. These refs today, man. Oh my god. Double team coming from Jet Set. Big drop kick. He trying to fuck on Jet Set. Vega whipped into the corner of the Titans. And now a double team coming here from Braxton and Eli. Vega off the ropes. Huge double back body drop from the Titans. And Eli just in complete control as he now goes for the tag to Braxton. And now back up to his feet. Braxton, huge power slam to Diego Vega, but the cover broken up by Tyrone Chase. And now Braxton thinking Titan Bomb. But Vega able to reverse. And Vega up on the top rope. Sizing up. Braxton Titan able to hit that frog cross body. It's like half a frog splash, half cross body. And now again from the top rope. Hits the 630. And Vega into the cover. And it's broken up. And Tyrone Chase back in. And immediately sending Braxton over the top rope. And now turning his attention to Eli with a DDT on the apron. And Tyrone Chase single-handedly taking out both Titans. Now a big kick to the face to Braxton. Tyrone Chase from the apron. With the moonsault taking out Braxton again. And Eli back to his feet. Wanting some revenge. Just going to toss Tyrone Chase back into the ring. Yeah, the chemistry's off the charts. And now Braxton looking for a tag. Chase just sitting on the top rope. Able to hit that elbow, but too little too late. And a springboard stunner from Eli. But Chase able to counter. Big elbow. And a cover here. And a kick out at 1. The Cena shirt in the front is so good. What Cena shirt? I don't see a Cena shirt. Am I blind? I might be blind. Chase whipping in the corner. Now a double team again. Coming from the Titans. Drop to hold into an elbow to the back. And again. Spill into the outside. Braxton getting those elbows into the gut of Tyrone Chase. Now Braxton again, another shot. Chase able to reverse and land a forearm. Now landing that knee to the face. Is the count up to 8. And Chase to the top rope for what feels like the 10th time in this match. And Chase hits the crossbody again. And now just gets his hair ripped straight into the barricade. And now getting tossed across the outside. And now Braxton turning his attention over to Diego Vega. But Vega with the jawbreaker into the ropes, and a Rana to chase by Eli. And all hell is breaking loose in this match. There's everybody on the outside. Code Red on one side. And now a meeting in the middle here. Big Pele kick. And everybody is down. Eli tossing the steps. It's Braxton and Tyrone Chase who's legal. Justified This Is Awesome chants on TNC. The best wrestling show Twitch.tv has ever seen. As the count up to 13. Tyrone Chase back into the ring. Up to 15. Up to 16. Alright, we're not going to see a count out. We're good. We got our two legal men back in the match. Back in the ring. Code breaker from Chase. Quickly to the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out. And now Chase with the springboard clothesline. Rolling straight into the gut of Braxton again. But Braxton able to catch him with a knee. And a Spanish fly by Tyrone Chase. And Chase sent into his own corner, but able to get the elbow up. Big dropkick knocking Braxton all the way to the corner. And now Tyrone Chase with the clothesline. And Chase got caught by Braxton. Chase now struggling to his feet. Finally gets up. But Braxton hoisting him up. And countered into a Poison Rana. Chase makes the tag. But Vega not able to capitalize. And now the triangle choke applied to Diego Vega, but it's broken up by Chase. And now Vega whipped into the corner, seated on the top rope. Braxton maybe thinking muscle buster, but Vega able to get out. And now thinking Titan Bomb. And this one he's able to connect. Vega busted open. Into the cover. 1, 2. And Vega able to grab the rope. It was spotted this time. But Braxton right back to work. Tagging to Eli, tagging to Tyrone Chase. Elbow from Chase. No, these two have gone over 20 minutes. So It's not close yet. And now Eli might be thinking muscle buster, but again, able to get out of it. And a poison Rana again by Tyrone Chase. Tag into Vega. Also, the tag matches in RHW always went to a 20-minute time limit draw. As you have another triangle choke applied, but another rope break. Need a best out of 7 for the belts. At this rate, we might need that. Vega with a DDT, and now Eli busted open. And Chase back in. Chase with a Hurricane Rana. But Eli with an elbow to Chase. Chase able to roll away. Hoisting up Eli Titan. Big kick to the face. And out into the cover. 1. Broken up. Eli brought up to his feet. And this time Tyrone Chase not able to hoist up Titan. Slammed down. And a big elbow there from Eli. Right now the Titans have Tyrone Chase completely cut off in the middle of the ring. Chase able to quickly escape that submission and land a super kick. And he's able to get the tag in to Diego Vega. And Eli now back to his feet. Vega trying to work quickly with a backstabber. And now Vega trying to pick Eli up, but he can't do it either. Looking to the corner. Blood, you are not John Cena. Get that out of here. Eli from the top rope. Landing the diving headbutt into the cover. 1, 2, and broken up by Chase. And quickly into a cover again here. And a kick out of 1. Eli, sidewalk slam. Vega taking up Braxton on the outside. And the count beginning again. This is the greatest match in company history. I still think their first one on like episode 38 was the best one they've had. That one was outrageous. Vega off the ropes. Big back body drop. And Eli setting up for the Titan Bomb again. Into the cover. 1, 2. Kick out again. He kicked out. Oh my God. Vega getting planted again. Tag into Braxton. I don't know how that didn't end the match. That's unreal. But Diego Vega in desperate need of a tag. And now the triangle choke applied once again to Vega. And this time he can't escape. He's forced to tap out. As always, these two teams delivered again. This is our DIY versus Revival. Yeah, Titans still undefeated against Jet Set. Eventually, they're going to get that proverbial monkey off their back. You got to follow these demons. Yeah, I got to start putting these tag matches in the main event.
Here are your winners.
Especially when it's these two teams. Like, they got to go in the main event. But a good start to the reign of the Titans as tag champs. And now we move on. What was... Yes, it's gonna be Kent versus Seth Ross.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, accompanied by Tyler Vincent. Representing the Coalition from New York. Weighing in at 228 pounds, the unpredictable Ken Freeman.
Another completely outdated Tron for Kez and Tyler. The corruption will be no more in 2K26, I can guarantee you that. But Kez definitely on a bit of a redemption tour. Trying to make up for what he did with Peter Krill and the Cunt Riders and the corruption. Trying to make it back to the mountaintop the right way. Still got Tyler by his side. Now going one-on-one with the All-Star champion. Who cares about a piss kick? And that might be the worst spelling I've seen you do ever. Keyboard's typing backwards? That's weird.
And his opponent from Brooklyn, New York, weighing in at 215 pounds, the All-Star Champion, Owen.
Although Owen Spade was not successful at Injustice, at the end of the day, he is still the All-Star champion. Though in Pete Brent's perfect world, neither he or Jace Gold will be holding those titles for very long. How many belts does this guy need? Apparently all of them. But in Pete Brent's perfect world, Owen Spade wouldn't hold any of them. Brent did say he would send someone special to ELW to try and take that ELW World Championship off of Owen Spade. But tonight, Owen Spade goes one-on-one with Kez Phoenix. A rematch from the TNT Inaugural World Championship Tournament, where Spade came out on top, looking to do the same tonight. And so far, Owen off to a good start. Marquez quickly back up to his feet, lands that jumping clothesline. Marquez went for the cannonball, but nobody home. Marquez now with a kick to the face, and Owen responds with one of his own. And Owen with a big knee strike to Kez, falling over into the cover here on, and a kick out at 1. Kez up on his feet on the apron. Spade trying to knock him off. But Kez over the top rope lands the kick. And now, almost 90 seconds in, we'll get our first lockup between Kez and Owen. And Spade quickly in control of the wrist. And wrenching even further on the wrist and shoulder of Kez Phoenix. And now with the arm drag for a second lockup between these two. And Owen just shoving Kez into the corner. Kez went for a drop kick, nobody home. Owen able to land the Pele. Spade now with Kez centered in the middle of the ring, thinking sharpshooter, and he's got it applied. And Kez quickly able to break the sharpshooter. A repeated kicks to the face by Kez. And Kez now dragging Spade to the corner, face first off the turnbuckle. But Spade able to get the elbow up. Went for the ace of spades, but Kez able to catch him and hit a lariat. And this is the opening that Kez Phoenix needed. Kez bringing Owen up to his feet. Another big lariat by Kez. And now dragging Spade to the middle of the ring. And Kez quickly locking in the Anaconda Vice on Owen Spade. Can he get Owen to tap out? Spade fighting and able to break the hold. And now Kez off the ropes. Owen jumping into a Hurricane Rana. And Kez in retreat mode. And Spade able to spear Kez all the way to the floor. Now Owen backing up, thinking Rolling Thunder and able to hit it. And Spade trying to tear apart the knees of Kez Phoenix. But Kez been in the gym a little too much for that. Spade now lining up for the knee to the chest. Count up to 8 on the outside. And Spade planting Kez on the floor. And now on the floor, Spade, stop! As the count continues, Spade over the top! Taking out Kez again. And now that Kez is back in the ring, it could be all she wrote. Spade into the cover. 1, 2, 3. And Owen Spade, just like that, back on track. Who cares about a piss game? Not enough piss in the protein shake. Who cares about a piss king is outrageous, because that's exactly what Kez would say.
Here is your winner.
Spade celebrating his victory over Kez Phoenix here tonight. He did say, yeah, he did say it. No, wait a minute! It's Cole! Where did Cole come from? Crimson Choke applied to Owen Spade! And Spade fading from the Crimson Choke! It's locked in tight! And Spade's got to be passed out by now! And Cole finally letting go! Where did Cole come from? Where did he come from? He just choked the life out of Owen Spade.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from San Jose, California.
Yeah, this is the match you've been waiting for. S.J. Ray and Olivia Harnage. I'm surprised you haven't booked this yet. Or, like, at all recently, if you have. The S.J. Ray, outside of that triple threat, #1 contenders match has been unstoppable in a TNC ring, and now she gets to face the women's champ. We'll see if she can pull out the win. I don't know if you'd call it an upset or not. I guess any win over the champion would be considered an upset. Gunning to win 5 belts in 2 years.
And her opponent from Scarsdale, New York, the women's champion, Olivia Harnage.
Have you booked this match yet? S.J. Ray versus Harnage? I'm sure you have at some point. There's no way you would have waited this long. Very early BCW. So that had to be what, 2K23? And we're in late stage 2K25. So it's been what, almost 2 years since this match has taken place. And it's finally time, about time it's going to happen. And here we go. There's the bell. S.J. Ray out the gate flying with a forearm. And Ray, springboard cross body connecting to Harnage. And Ray not slowing down a bit. Pookie Mania 1 for the women's belt. SJ Ray 1. Harnage now starting to fight back. SJ Ray sent off the ropes. Harnage ducking under, jumping over. And Harnage gets blocked by SJ Ray. And now these two lock up center of the ring. And Harnage forced back into the corner. And now another lock up here between Ray and Harnage. And now a third lock up. And now Harnage able to force SJ Ray into the ropes. And now Harnage able to hit that springboard enziguri, forcing Ray to the outside. And Harnage now into the cover on SJ Ray. Trying to put her away quickly, but a kick out at 1. Lionsaw connecting by Harnage and into another cover and another kick out at 1. And Harnage looking to be in control, but Ray with the counter may have spoken too soon. As Harnage goes face first into the mat. And Harnage tumbling to her feet. And now all the way to the floor she goes. SJ Ray pummeling Harnage with those right hands. And now Twist of Fate stunner on the outside. Harnage showing a little bit of life, able to kick SJ Ray off. But Ray right back at it. Tornado DDT. Now bringing Harnage back up to her feet. Count up to 7 and Harnage tossed back into the ring. And SJ Ray up on the top rope, not able to hit the double axe handle. And a crucifix roll up here by Harnage, trying to steal one, but a quick kick out by Ray. And now SJ Ray off the ropes. Harnage ducks under, jumps over, and Harnage, big right hand. Ray back in control now. Sending Harnage into the corner. And Ray has Harnage set up for the Panama Sunrise. And SJ Ray into the cover. 2. And a kick out by Harnage. Harnage with a hip toss. But Ray quickly back up to her feet and dropped with a clothesline. And Ray in retreat to the outside. Now playing a cat and mouse game. And Harnage, big knee strike. Try to drag SJ Ray across to the corner. But it's SJ Ray who's going to be able to drag Harnage. And Harnage goes face first off the turnbuckle. Ray with speed. Big knee. And now into the Bulldog. And Harnage smartly retreating to the apron. Big forearm there. And now a twist of fate into the ropes. And Harnage spills to the outside. Now all the way to the outside, SJ Ray crashing and burning. And Harnage up to the top now. And Harnage, nobody home, and she crashes and burns as well. SJ Ray back to the top. And Ray able to ram her shoulder straight through Harnage. And Ray snapping the shoulder of Harnage. And again, it's pretty much been all SJ Ray, but Harnage able to turn it around. An electric chair from Harnage on the outside. And a code breaker from Harnage. And Harnage thinking Harnage collapse on the outside. Can she hit it? Yes! And SJ Ray might be out cold as she's tossed back into the ring. And Harnage now going for the cover on SJ Ray. 1, 2, and a kick out. Ray brought back up to her feet. Harnage thinking another Harnage collapse. And again she hits the Harnage collapse. And again Harnage dragging SJ Ray back toward the middle of the ring. And now into the cover. 1, 2, and again SJ Ray kicks out of the Harnage collapse. Big elbow from SJ Ray. Now Harnage off the ropes. Double knees to the face. And SJ Ray, nobody home on the leg drop. And now Harnage gonna look to take advantage. Pummeling SJ Ray with those lefts. And now the boot. Harnage now with a power bomb, rolling SJ Ray through into the knee strike and busting her open in the process. And now over the top, Harnage gets caught, and now Harnage busted open. And SJ Ray into the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out by Harnage. Harnage gets a cheap shot in from the apron. But now it's Harnage sent off the ropes. Shot to the gut, double knees again to the face. And Ray went for the super kick but got caught. Still able to land that kick to Olivia Harnage. And now SJ Ray thinking submission. Rings of Saturn applied. Harnage, can she escape? Harnage has to tap out. What a match. Harnage can't beat Ray. Oh my god. That was crazy. Back-to-back Harnage collapses. And SJ Ray kicked out. I don't know what's going to keep SJ Ray down at this point. It's coming home. Hell, SJ Ray might not even need to use the golden ticket briefcase on the TNC Women's Championship. Maybe she'll get that title match without it. She's already used. Wait, when did she use it? I must have been. I had to have missed that. I remember you telling me she was going to use it. I don't remember her actually using it. Oh, okay. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's main event time. You're on episode 46. Alright, can we not agree? The gear I made for Kent is so sick. Like, it's basic as hell, but it fits him so well. Best he's ever looked. Oh, you guys haven't even seen the... Oh, wait, you did see the face paint in the promo. Yeah, you'll get a better look at the face paint after the entrance. I suppose he does have a bit of aura, unfortunately. His knee healed, but not Kennedy's. I know, we gotta take the knee brace off of him in 26.
And his opponent from Virginia Beach, Virginia, weighing in at 215 pounds.
As I mentioned before, this is a rematch from the most recent episode of BCW. Seth Ross winning by countout in that match. And this is a TNC rematch as well. From about 6 months ago. And I believe Seth came out on top in that match as well. I'm rooting for an asteroid to hit the ring. It's crazy. Both men set to go in our main event. And here we go. Seth flying out the gates with a lariat and repeated stomps to the chest of Kent. Seth trying to assert his dominance here early, but Kent getting that elbow in, and now the chops come in. Kent is just Darby now, but it works. Not entirely. Kent does not do all the insane shit that Darby does. Aesthetically, I can see where you're coming from, but not in ring work. He needs the pink coat. The pink would not fit at all. Kent up to the top rope already. And went for the DDT, but Seth able to get out of the way. And Seth now hits a springboard DDT. He's going to steal Rizco's coat. Kent with a takedown, repeated rights to Seth Ross. And now Kent into the cover here, and a kick out of one by Seth. As you see, the three-time world champ Pete Brent's looking on in his new gear. How is my entrance gear still on? I copied it into my my ring attire, so I could use it as a manager attire when I need it. Kent looks like a Batman villain's henchman. Kent up on the top again here, and hits the stomp from the top. Kent quickly into the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out by Seth. Exploder by Kent into the corner. I look like a Batman villain, so it works. Seth off the ropes. Big power slam by Kent. And again, Kent into the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out. Seth able to catch Kent with that knee to the face. And now sending Kent off the ropes. Kent able to block Seth. And now Seth being hoisted up. Almost like a power bomb from Kent there. And Kent up to the middle rope. Went for the Meteora, but Seth able to get out of the way. And now Kent whipped into the corner. Repeated boots by the Destroyer. And now Seth, almost like a bowling ball into the chest of Kent Killstrom. And now Brent's, for a moment, was on the apron. Big stomp to the torso. He was having match of the year candidates weekly, by the way. I know. What happened to Seth? It all went downhill when he went woke. I'm telling you. Seth from the top hits the cannonball. And Seth hits the stunner on Kent. Into the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out. And now Seth may be thinking, super kick. And may have just turned the lights out on Kent Killstrom. Trying to spoil his return. 1, 2, and a kick out of 2.5. And Kent, just like that, back in control. Big uppercut. Seth able to catch the boot of Kent and sweep out the legs. Kent now hoisting up Seth for the AA. And Kent into the cover. 1, 2. Kick out by Seth at 2. Kent thinking stomp again. And this time, he gets him. Cover again. 1, 2, 3. A successful return for Kent Killstrom. He's so washed. Oh, it's so bad for Seth, man. What happened to my GOAT? This man won Wrestler of the Year. And he's become washed in 2 months. Y'all some terrible voters. Y'all voted this man Wrestler of the Year. Are you serious? ...2025 Jericho versus 2026 Seth Ross. Loser goes woke. Or even woker. That'd be funny if that happened. That's so, like, BCW coded, though. His last win was by count out. Thank God I'm gonna be the ref. Of course you would be the ref. Ladies and gentlemen, that will do it for this episode of TNC. We will see you next week, still on 25. Obviously, it's going to be way too quick of a turnaround to get it out on 26 next week or even the week after. Hopefully, we can have it done in March. That's my personal goal, but out of my hands, we'll see. Hopefully, by the end of March. But for now, we're still on 25. We will see you for episode 47 of TNC.